to set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
Happy Monday morning, AKA Pirates. Welcome back. It's AKA Pad, the Film Buff podcast. We have something awesome, something special, something that I'd like to start the movie with. And it's Netflix, it's Charlize Theron, it's Eric Bana, our boy from the Hulk, Chopper, a mountain survival adventure lifestyle film that came out of nowhere. I mean, here's the crazy thing, and I just want to go. So, guys, welcome back. Subscribe, support, leave a comment. We've been popping recently. I know there's some DMs I gotta get to from you guys. Please bear with me. I get DMs on so many different platforms. It just takes time to filter. And sometimes it's Peter, the film buff's over here. Me, the film buff. It's my bandwidth. And oh my God, I guys just slow down. So I can't look at screens all day. Can't do it, guys. Let's get this director for this movie that dropped from Netflix, Apex 2026. What we have here, hold up here. We gotta close some of these. Ballister Comaker. This is our director. This movie is written by Jeremy Robbins. Ballister here, because we like to do. He's been directing movies since 1996, 2024, Touch, 2022, Beast, which I did hear good things about, 2018, Adrift, 2016, The Oath, 2015, which we have discussed, Everest, 2013, Two Guns, Mark Wahlberg, Denzel Washington, 2012, Contraband. He's been in Hollywood. He's worked with big stars. This guy puts out stories. And I'm framing our director this way because that's exactly what we have here. We have a story. Now, we have a lot of elements of this story and here's what I absolutely love, where Apex begins in the most expected way possible. See, we're sold that this movie is a woman climbing a mountain. So much so, I didn't catch this at the time. In Times Square, they had Charlize Theron climb a mountain in Times Square to promote this movie. I had no idea. I wish I knew that before. But sometimes we look into things when we, taking it back, enjoy something. We want to dig around, use the internet to know a little bit more, and something like that comes up. And I'm just like in awe. I think what a amazing promotion. I love crazy wild film promotions like that. It just brings me back to everything of the 90s. It just seems like even something like Disney's Pocahontas, where they had like a live concert in Central Park with Vanessa Williams, and it's like, the hell with the movie. We're just doing something amazing and everyone's invited. I like extended film promotions like that. You can call it schlock. I call it all genius. I call it aggressive. Is some of it more impactful than the next? Sure, but whatever. It beats outrage marketing, outrage advertising, which is like, make Charlize Theron say something about men, have it go viral, have men hate her, but hate watch the movie. And maybe that's a good return. I don't think so. So Ballister here, he opens the movie in the, I feel like we're talking about this a lot. The most trope way, which is we're climbing a mountain and someone's going to die. We see this, I believe we see it even in Everest. I think we see it in Vertical Limit. I don't know if we see it in Extreme, Aspen Extreme. Maybe not, maybe not that one. Or Ski Patrol. But there's, we actually also see it in Cliffhanger, where our protagonist is haunted by something and we all have fear of falling, right? We have dreams about it. Framing the movie and framing the psychosis of the protagonist in this such an easy, low-hanging fruit way, do it, because it's effective every single time, and I'm okay with it. Just do it. So Charlize Theron suffers the death of her husband, who is also this like adventurer, where they kind of just they go places, they go kayaking, maybe they do some spelunky. I don't know. They're all over the place. They're going crazy, and then we get into her on her own, and we're given a couple red herrings where, like, she's at this convenience store. We see there's a lot of missing people. Some weirdo guys come in. They look like hicks. They look like that they're going to give her trouble. And then she kind of meets a little bit of a nice guy played by Taron Egerton, who is absolutely phenomenal in this movie. And again, we see it all coming. This is your villain, the nice guy. When he shows up, where she's a little bit secluded, but he finds her, and then everything that happens from that point. Now, Apex potentially, is misleading. I'm thinking we're going to have a someone hunting Charlize Theron, and she's going to, she's the hunter becomes the hunted type thing. That's where I thought we were going with this movie. AKAPADers, I will say this: you cannot keep your eyes off of this movie. You are glued to the screen, seeing what Charlize Theron is going through. I mean, there is a scene where he has her because she's captive by this guy, and he throws her over the boat, like they're in a canoe or whatever, and he drags her through these rapids, and again, fear-inducing stuff here. She gets caught in a bear trap. She's not hunting this guy. She is surviving this guy, and she's just right, like she's like a wet guppy. She just keeps like flipping and flopping. She's just not staying still. And then when we reveal, the villains will call it cave. It's absolutely frightening. The way it's revealed, the way it's shot, there's a light coming from above, and everything is jagged and dark, and then we just see these hanging bodies, and then he reveals his teeth to Charlize Theron. Which again, hanging the lantern, these are things that were mentioned within the movie, and eventually it should occur to the audience that we will see that. Jeremy Robbins wrote this movie. He has laid out such a fun blueprint. And this movie escalates and swerves and swerves and swerves, and we get an ending, and we're satisfied. And what happens to the villain at the end? We have a perfectly framed book end where the movie begins and ends in the same exact way, and it's heartbreaking on one and satisfying on the other. This is what the film going experience is all about, AKAPADers. Apex is, I think, one of the best films that Netflix has put out. It is a movie. I don't care. I'm all for it. Charlize Theron seems to be, she's on a roll. All right, everyone. I love you guys. Rock and roll. Until next time.
Roll sound.
Rolling.
Sound production, take 2.
Let's take this time real quick, AKAPADers, my fellow film buffers, and let's just go over the schedule. This is years in the making. This type of rollout I've been planning for years, but we're finally here. So here we go. Early in the morning, that's the new stuff. 8 a.m. Now, 8 p.m., Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, these are movies maybe of something coming out. Like if there's a Marvel movie coming out and we want to do a retrospective on that particular franchise, or if Sylvester Stallone comes back and gives us Rocky Part 18, we might want to use the later time slots for a week or two to go over all of the Rocky movies. Now, we have a lot of different threads on this podcast that's explored 8 p.m. So 8 a.m., 8 p.m. Wednesdays at 8 p.m., this is our creator spotlight. We could do an episode on Martin Scorsese, Steven Spielberg, some of the new guys, Spike Lee, even composers, guys like John Williams. this brings us into the weekend. Saturday, Sunday morning. Again, we're back at that 8 a.m. drop. We do cartoons because I want to emulate the times where you would wake up with a bowl of cereal and watch cartoons all day Saturday and all day Sunday, and then eventually you would get to touch grass because you would have one of your friends knocking on your door to play in a touch football game or even some baseball, basketball. The weekend nights, let's get into education. 8 p.m. Again, all of our drops are either 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. But the weekend nights, documentaries, and I focus on creative documentaries because I feel like a part of this film buff movement that we're all bathing in, that I'm super grateful for, is education. And some of where we're finding our facts, some of the, general enjoyment, because I love documentaries. All of this is explored at 8 o'clock p.m. And trust me, there's a lot there. There's a lot out there that I didn't even know existed. And we're going to go beyond that too. We're going to get into some of the graphic art, some of the special effects, some of the makeup documentaries. There's a lot to learn, and I'm so happy to bring you the 9 p.m. because, you guys know, I'm an autodidact. I am self-educated. Sure, I have some certifications. Sure, I spend time at the Art Institute of Philadelphia for animation. But in large, I'm a self-educated, self-made person that's connected to the weekend 8 p.m. drops. My AKAPADers, my film buffers, I hope to see you there for all of it. I love you guys, and rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap. Okay, that's a wrap.